What is poppin', y'all? It's your boy Cobb, aka Double Flamingo, aka the GOAT, aka in winners quarterfinals of the Pussy Draft League. Wait, that's wrong. I'm in winners semifinals. Last week was winners quarterfinals. You can check in the video up here to watch my winners quarterfinals match where I stomped Birdseeds, the coach of the San Juan Samurats. This week, I'm going up against Bionic Lettuce and the Pyukumuku Purgatory in order to qualify myself for winners finals. If I lose, then I get plopped down to, I believe, losers quarters, which I don't want to do. I would like to win. Bionic's team is really, really good. I played it before. I lost. I got kind of crushed. But my team has changed since then. Back then, I had the rain team. Now I don't have the rain team. And I believe that I have the tools in order to take it this time. So let's look at my team. Make sure that's all right. Perfect, huge. Okay, so I got Chica the Zapdos in order to start off my team. This physical defense investment is so that I can take a lot of Zygarde moves. Zygarde 1,000 arrows before it knocks me out of the sky. Won't kill me. Zygarde Stone Edge, same thing. Speed stat is to outspeed stuff like Adamant, Glaring Darmanitan. It outspeeds Modest Landorus Incarnate. It outspeeds Max Speed Moltres, which is great, very important to have. The special defense is so that there's only a 5.5% chance that I die to two timid Landorus Incarnate Sludge Waves, which is great. With my moveset of Toxic Hurricane, Volt Switch, and Roost, I can come in, if I get in clean off of Landorus Incarnate, then I can Toxic it, stall it out with Roost, eventually take its health down. Lando-wise, one of the biggest threats to my team, so Zapdos is important for stopping that. Hurricane is just a general stab that I can use to hit everything, Volt Switch for pivoting, and Roost gives me healing. I like having EVs in every stat because it looks funny. So, yeah, it has a purpose, but it also looks funny. Next up, we got Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast, the Urshifu Rapid Strike. 290 speed outruns, I believe, Adamant, Glaring Darmanitan. If he were to be Choice Banded and not Choice Scarfed, so I get to scout that out and see that. I think Choice Banded, I was in between a bunch of sets on this. I was considering Choice Banded, I was considering Choice Scarfed, I was considering setup with like Punching Glove and Swords Dance and that type of stuff, but I think Banded is the best option. Biggest threat that Shifu has to deal with is the enemy Slowbro. I can U-turn on that and do 50, and that's fine. Surging Strikes, Close Combat, U-turn and Aqua Jet is pretty easy, pretty reasonable set. Same thing I brought last time. Aqua Jet in the late game can clean things up as soon as I get Slowbro out of the way. Surging Strikes is a pretty good button to click into everything as long as Slowbro is gone. And I just have to hope I don't get burnt by stuff like Flame Body or take a billion from Rocky Helmet. So yeah, that's my Urshifu. Next up, Prickly Parry, the Ferrothorn. Standard Ferrothorn set of Leech Seed, Protect, Knockoff, and Gyro Ball. I originally had Spikes here, but I figured Protect would be better because I get to scout out moves from stuff like Glaring Darmanitan. I'm running enough special defense to be able to, most of the time, live a Landorus Incarnate Focus Blast from full, which is important. I'd rather not die to that. The rest is in physical defense so that I'm able to deal with stuff like Choice Scarf Darmanitan. If it's banded, then it kind of tears through my Ferrothorn, but banded Glaring Darmanitan kind of tears through most of my team. Not much to say about Ferrothorn. I have Lefty so that I can recover. I Protect so that I can get healing back with Leech Seed and Leftovers. Knockoff gets items off the enemy team, which is important because a lot of items on his team kind of screw me over. And Gyro Ball is just my damaging move. Next up, we got Screamtail showing up to the very first match of the season. I'm running no attacking moves on my Screamtail, instead opting for Stealth Rock, Wish, Encore, and Protect. Wish Protect is the way to be able to heal. Protect obviously lets me scout out moves. I have 332 speed, which is faster than everything on his team except for Galvantula, naturally, assuming that there's no Choice Scarfs in the mix or Rock Polishes or anything like that. And my physical defense investment always lives 2 Icicle Crashes from a Choice Scarf Darmanitan after Leftovers, which is important. Darmanitan is an issue. This makes me a little better into it, but Darmanitan can still be a problem. So, yeah. Next up, kind of cook set on my Hoopa Unbound. Senor Manos, which is Spanish for Mr. Hands, is running Salic Berry with Substitute and Nasty Plot. I'm max special attack, so I can do as much damage as possible with my attacks. The speed is so that when I get to +1 for my Salic Berry, I'm faster than Landorus Incarnate. I go to 332 speed, like my Screamtail. And the rest is in health, just so that I can be as resilient as possible and not get taken out by some scary attacks. Psyshock and Thunderbolt hits his entire team. and I just really need to be wary of Chansey, which can take my attacks. I need to, if I get an opportunity to set up with Hoopa, then the game can get pretty easy. And lastly, a mon that I did not expect to be bringing, but a mon that I think actually does really, really good here. I have Torracat, little baby Incineroar himself. Torracat is really, really fast, surprisingly. For a middle stage starter Pokemon, it hits base 90 speed, which gets to 290, which is, again, like Urshifu, faster than stuff like most Zygarde sets if he's bulky. I'm faster than Adamant, Banded, Galarian Darmanitan. I'm faster than Mawile. I'm faster than basically everything on his team that I have to stress about. And with my set of Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Parting Shot, and Overheat, I can really, really annoy his walls. I can get crucial burns on stuff like Galarian Darmanitan and Mega Mawile, and I can also kill Mega Mawile and Galarian Darmanitan with Overheat. It's not guaranteed kill versus either of them, but with enough chip, it can be. And I can pivot around with Parting Shot, so I can get stuff in pretty easily. So, with that out of the way, got a little PowerPoint presentation for y'all, as I normally tend to have. So, here's a little PowerPoint that I got this week. So, here is why his team is broken. His team has a lot of really threatening mons. So I've mentioned some of them already. You can look at it here. He's got Landoi, Mega Mawile, Galarian Darmanitan, Zygarde, all these really, really threatening mons. A lot of mons that were in Ubers at some point, which is the highest tier of competitive play. Very, very, very annoying to deal with. He's got good defense, he's got good offense, he's got everything in between. Landorus I is pretty impossible to switch in on. If he runs a set of Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Psychic, Focus Blast, then he can sort of OHKO every mon on my team except for like Zapdos, but even Zapdos doesn't really want to do much. The good thing about Landorus Incarnate is he's not likely to be set up because there's a Clodsire I'm not bringing, there's a Mega Altaria I'm not bringing, and there's a Screamtail that I have, which makes him want to have a lot of different coverage moves. If he were to have something like Nasty Plot, that means he's foregoing something like Psychic, which makes him less immediately threatening versus Urshifu, and I don't think he wants that. He's more likely to be 4 attacks. Zapdos is a soft check with Toxic, and Hazards will eventually check it, but Landoi is broken and can win a Sack War just by being faster than everything and hitting everything with stuff like Earth Power. My counterplay is the Hoop Unbound, as I mentioned. After Salic Berry, I'm faster, and I can take 1 Earth Power, provided that I'm at full health, which can let me substitute up and proc my Salic Berry. Once I get to +2 with Nasty Plot, then I get 2 Side Shock pretty freely. And when Hoopa gets set up, then game can be won. Zapdos is the closest thing I have to a switch in. It's immune to Earth Power, so if he chooses to just go for the blanket Earth Power versus my team, then I can switch in on that. I don't usually die to 2 Sludge Waves, and if I get a Toxic off, then it can be really, really useful. Urshifu is my offensive answer. I only die to Psychic, which is, as I mentioned, his most expendable coverage move. And Aqua Jet, this calc is wrong. I'm Banded now instead of Swords Dance, so ignore that. But 75% minimum to potentially, I think, like 89 with Aqua Jet, which means if I get any Stealth Rock chip, if I get any Toxic chip, I'm able to take out the Landorus. And also, I have somewhat switch-ins in terms of Ferrothorn and Screamtail. Screamtail doesn't die to a Sludge Wave straight up, so I get to try Mind Game him with that. Ferrothorn barely dies to a Focus Blast. It's like a 6.3% chance, and he has to hit the 70% chance, so hopefully I'm fine there. If I manage to knock off his Life Orb with Ferrothorn, that's great. If I Leech Seed it, that's also great. Any amount of chip on Ferrothorn, or any amount of chip on Landorus really, really matters. So, yeah. Next up, Galarian Darmanitan is a really big threat. Is he Scarf or is he Banned? I cannot know. He ran Banned last time. That's the set that he ran last time. And his coverage kind of hits everything. He's got U-Turn, which makes my Hoopa really, really, really annoyed in this matchup. But the one good thing about Galarian Darmanitan is its Guerrilla Tactics ability lets me scout out whatever move he's doing anytime that he's in, which is why I have Protect on half my Pokemon, as you saw before. Torracat is here because of Galarian Darmanitan mainly. So the most that he can do to me is with an Earthquake if he's Choice Banded, but U-Turn I take pretty well, Icicle Crash I take pretty well, Flare Blitz I take pretty well, and he's definitely having all 3 of those moves. Earthquake he might not even have if he chooses to run Lash Out again, like he ran last time. And if he's Scarf, I don't even die to an Earthquake from full. And I can always pivot to my Zapdos if he's Earthquaking. So yeah, it sort of eliminates Galarian Darmanitan from the table some of the time. I get a free Wisp versus, or Party Shot versus everything that's coming in. If he has Moltres, he's probably bringing that into my Torracat, but yeah. After the rest of my team, they each have 1 move they really, really don't want to take. Screamtail doesn't die outright to anything if he's Banded. This is all Banded damage, by the way. But all my mons get annoyed. The thing is, if he's locked into stuff like U-Turn, then Ferrothorn can take it okay. If he's locked into U-Turn, Zapdos can take it okay. Earthquake can't hit my Zapdos. Icicle Crash is just kind of fine across the board, so you can just sort of click that, but it's not good versus my Torracat, as I showed previously. I have answers to most of his coverage, but ultimately it is still a Galarian Dimantan, so yeah, that's stressful. Chansey is annoying because it's fat. I don't like Stealth Rocks. If he has Seismic Toss, then it stops me from setting up in its face, but if he brings the same set as last time with Wish Protect, Stealth Rock, and Thunder Wave, then he's really, really passive, which creates a great opportunity for my Hoopa Unbound. If he doesn't have an attacking move, then I get to sub on it for free, which is always great. Psyshock, if he's max Fizz Def, will not knock it out, even at +2, but I'm doing good enough damage, and I can take it to Yolite if I proc my Salac Berry. And Urshifu, ultimately, it's a strong fighting type versus a Mon that has base 5 physical defense, so I get to close combat it, I get to Surging Strikes it. Those are my options into that. Next up, Slowbro. Slowbro is really frustrating. It is the single-handed reason why Urshifu is not the best in this game. Status moves can be annoying. If he has Thunder Wave, then that can cripple my Urshifu. Regenerated Longevity means that even if I get some damage on it, it can come back, recover 33% of its health, and stay around in the late game. The only good things about Slowbro for my team is it has weak special defense, and it's setup fodder for my Hoopa. I mentioned that on this side. If he's running the same set as last time with Scald and Psychic, then he cannot break Hoopa's sub. I just get to set up on it for free, and Thunderbolt, even if I'm not set up, does 80% minimum, which is great in conjunction with Urshifu U-Turn. And my Zapdos, same thing with Urshifu U-Turn. If I get a U-Turn off the Volt, which will always kill, I force it out, usually into something like Lando, which is good. It gets me a free opportunity to Toxic, hopefully Toxic something like the Landos Incarnate, which is great. I really appreciate that. So, as for the rest of these guys, Moltres can be annoying because of Flame Body. It annoys my Ferrothorn by being a fire type. Zygarde can be annoying because it spreads eclairs across most of my team. Mega Mawile can be annoying, but Torracat mostly has it covered. Pyukumuku can stop some of my setup. And Escavalier could come. He's mentioned it possibly coming. I feel like it's a waste of a team slot when you could be having, like, you pick 2 out of these 3 plus the other 4 I mentioned, and then where would you have room to fit in Escavalier? It doesn't make any sense. But here's how I win this week. My 2 win conditions are Hoopa Unbound and Urshifu. Hoopa Unbound's win con is I need to proc my Salac Berry with either substitutes or Earth Power stuff. I set up on either Slowbro or Chansey. I need to be behind a sub for Mawile because Mawile has Sucker Punch, which I have zero faith in my ability to win a Sucker Punch mind game, and I can win like that, which is great. Urshifu needs Slowbro out of the way, and I need Landorus at 75% or less. I need to not get burnt by Flame Body, and then I can just sweep his Surging Strikes. So, I have win cons. I have ways of winning this game. It's not going to be easy. It's a very even matchup. So the better player usually tends to win in the even matchups that are more based on prediction and counterplay and stuff like that. But I think the unorthodox ability of some of my sets, in conjunction with the fact that I'm going to try and play differently than how I normally play, maybe can catch him off guard and maybe can secure us the win. So yeah, my battle is in a couple hours. For you guys, it'll be in like 20 seconds. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye. Okay, so the battle has commenced. What do I see on his team that I expected? There's no Chansey, which means no hazards. That's really useful. Okay, that's super sick. I really appreciate there being no Chansey. No hazards will make this battle a lot easier for me. My Torracat's not going to get worn down as much. It does make my Torracat a little less good because I can't taunt, and it makes my Hoopa have more problems with setting up. But ultimately, I think this team's pretty solid. This team's pretty good. Okay, so now the question is, what does he lead? He can lead Zygarde. He can lead Galarian Dimantan. I think Torracat. I think Lando I is his best lead. I'm just gonna lead Urshifu, and it'll totally be fine. Let me know when you wanna start. Okay. I think Urshifu Rapid Strike is definitely probably my best lead. Torracat's a good lead, but yeah, I have options. I got options. I can spin this shit like chopping. Just joshing. Spend my holiday rocking. Screamtail's also a good lead. Okay. I'm just gonna lead Urshifu. Let's see. Mawile. Interesting. Okay. You don't get any priority. You can have rocks, which is annoying. I'm just gonna U-turn, and that's gonna be fine. I guess that's good because it prevents him from getting chip on the slow bro with thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna U-turn. Okay, Mega Balls. It's fine. Let's go Torcat. Play rough. Yeah, not that much damage. Okay. I get a Wisp on basically everything on his team, and that's fine. It's totally fine for me. If Moltres comes in, I can Parting Shot. If Lando comes in, then it's burnt. It's taking damage. That's fine. Okay, perfect. Good. Knockoff is annoying. That means he's probably not Sucker Punch, or he's not Iron Head, which is good. My Mr. Hands just definitely got a lot better. So, free Parting Shot. He stayed in. I don't think he has Iron Head. He just overheated. Okay, he definitely either knocked or he either knocked, suckered, or he either knocked, SD'd, or Iron Headed. Or Fire Fang, if I can go fair. I'm just gonna go Straight Tail. If I lose my lefties, then that's annoying, but it's fine. Okay. He's burnt, he's at -2 attack. I can just get up my rocks. Slow bro. Okay. He is either gonna Thunder Wave or Toxic. I can scout it out. Just TP. Okay. Free switch for my Zapdos. Leave. He's gonna defog. I just throw Wish in the air. Get my rocks back up. Whatever he wants to swap to. Cool. He can go Garm, that's still fine. The fact they didn't leave Garm leads me to believe that it could be Zen mode here, but I don't know. Mawile is burn, that's huge. Garm is going to be really, really annoying. Very, very strong. Unless he has Toxic, I can just go Zapdos, it's fine. Okay. If he goes Lando, that's great. Lando would be great. Garm would be annoying, but Lando would be great. If he goes Garm, then I go Torcat, and I probably lose my Torcat, but it's fine. He's taking Rock Ship. Okay, cool. Leftovers, makes sense. I get to fire off a Toxic. Easy. I'm just gonna Hurricane, break the sub, miss, it's fine. I'm gonna go Scream Tail. Or he's gonna Glare. I'm just gonna Roost. And then I can go Scream Tail. Yep. Okay, Glares again is fine. He's getting shipped on a Zygarde, that's fine for me. I get to throw a Wish in the air. And I get to Encore him into actually, no, I just get to take free healing with my Torcat. I think it's better than keeping rocks up. Yeah. Cool. It's probably just gonna U-turn. I can go back into Zapdos and it's fine. Yeah. U-turn. Zapdos, it's good. Static. No static, unfortunate. Ronnie's here. I'm going to take a lot from an Icicle Crash. That's going to be something I have to deal with. do this damage. Belly drum. Okay. He is on mode. Fortunately, I have Urshifu to revenge kill this, but yeah. Okay, this is way less threatening. Now I don't have to worry about Garm. My people gets a lot better. I'm gonna be slower. I'm just gonna parting shot. That's fine. I'm cool to lose my door cap. Good. I have to force him out with Jack. Oh, I don't kill! Oh no! That's tough. That's good. That's good prep. Okay. That's fair. That's good. That's smart. That's very, very smart. Okay. I gotta see what his last attacking move is. Is it just like Icicle Crash? It is. Okay. So the only way I can win at this point is if he misses the Icicle Crash. So let's pray for that, I guess. If he doesn't miss, then I lose GG. Yeah. Unfortunate. Okay. That's fair. Oh, I don't know why I went this. That's my bad. That's a great set. That's a great bring. The Pasho Berry's good. Pasho Berry's very good. Okay, so I get 6-0'd. It happens. It's a bad matchup for me. I have more content. I knew Zen Mode Garm was a possibility. I didn't think it was this much of a possibility. I should have just Volt Switched on the potential Zen Mode. That was the misplay. Pasho Berry. Good shit. I believe I just lose. Unfortunate. Ah, tough. Wait, why am I... Oh. Okay. He can still miss the Icicle Crash and I can win. But not looking likely. Rock Tomb. Has that so he's less likely to miss. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. And I believe I just lose. Yeah. That's a 6-0 loss. Very unfortunate. Beats my entire team with the Zen Mode Galarian Dimantan. That's unfortunate. Didn't want to lose there, but ultimately he out-prepped me. I didn't consider the possibility of it. He took the proper precautions. Really, my best counterplay was having banded Aqua Jet. I needed a crit. Tough. Maybe I could have had another Focus Asher. Maybe I could have kept up my rocks a little better. It happens. The depth of this team builder in comparison to the depth of this motherfucking other thing is going to be crazy. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I have more matches for you now that I get locked into losers. But yeah. Thanks for watching. GG's. I'll see you guys next week for my match in losers versus, I believe, Mew, but I might be playing someone else. Bye-bye.